So let's start our day one, session two. In this, we'll learn about how actually we can start getting prepared for jobs. Okay. This session is actually built or say, it is actually meant for students, freshers or job seekers. Suppose if there are any professionals also, don't worry. So still this can be useful for you. The intention of this session, okay, was for the students, freshers and job seekers. So based on not only we have made the content, but otherwise, if there are any professionals also, don't worry. This can be useful for you as well. Okay. So the topic is from student to job ready data professional. Okay. So here we'll be speaking about the career pathways, skill gaps, and the roadmap to your first analytics. Okay. Right. So first we'll understand about what actually we'll be learning in this entire session. By the end of this session, we'll be identifying a suitable data analytics career path. Then we'll understand the difference between common analytics role. There are various different roles actually. We'll understand qualification versus skill versus experience, and then identify what companies look for the entry level jobs actually. Then assess their own career and skill gap, decide what they should learn next, understanding the skills, projects, portfolio, resume, and your career journey. And then finally, create a personal career action plan. So this is just the beginning. But tomorrow, I will give you a practical way of how we can actually prepare your resume. Okay, right. So here are the topics. Whatever I discussed here, same thing. Here I made chapter wise. So we'll go one by one. Okay, let's go. The first chapter. What data analytics job should you target? Okay, data analytics. Let me tell you, people actually think that it's an IT field. It will be, a job in some IT companies or something. IT means many of them are confused. IT jobs, the data analytics, business analytics, data science, software development, testing, anyone who actually work in IT company is called as IT jobs. Suppose if you think software development itself is IT job, then rest everything will become non-IT. People who don't use technical, things, that is non-IT. But if you just think about data analytics, still some of them think that it's a non-IT job. No, it is also IT job because we use all technologies. We actually program. We do a lot of analysis by using Excel, Power BI, and something. Don't get confused. And the advantage of data analytics, I'll tell you. You go to any domain. It can be retail, it can be banking, insurance. You name anything, okay? Everywhere, this data analyst will be there. Software developers, programmers, can they work in civil companies? What do they do there? If they themselves will have one separate unit for developing some application for themselves, yes, then there will be. Otherwise, a civil company or a mechanical company, for them also data is very important. To analyze the data, data analyst will be there. Understood? So imagine in retail companies, Amazon, what is that? Flipkart, this kind of company, Zepto, Zomato, all these companies also require data analysts. One of my managers, okay, was my manager in the previous company. He is a director in Dunzona. Understood? So you can jump into any domain, any companies. That is the biggest advantage of data analysis. Sir, job is not there. Job is not there. See, it's all about how you project yourself, how you actually prepare your profile, how your portfolio should be there. I agree. There are sometimes, you might get interviews or you might not get interviews. You might get interviews and you attend and you're not getting selected. There are situations like that. But what I tell is, if jobs are not there at all, then who is actually doing the project? It is we who have to wait patiently and we have to search for that. We have to wait for that opportunity. Build network. So all these things we'll discuss. Okay. Right. What data analytics job should you target? Right. Say, I want a job in data. This isn't enough. What all we have to do? Many students start with a vague goal. What is that? I want to become a data analyst. That's all. For them, I want to become a data analyst. As soon as they finish their college, they'll say, I want to become a software developer. I want to become a data analyst. I want to become a business analyst. Without knowing what data analyst actually does. They don't know what they do. They directly come, I want to become data analyst. Why? Because my friend has got data analyst job, is getting 15 lakhs package, I'll also join. Don't do that. First of all, you should feel like, yes, this job even I need. It's my interest. Then only you should actually do. Otherwise, don't do that particular job. Okay. I want job in IT, which is far too broad to act on. So IT job is it's very broad, actually, very broad. So the first real step is to identify one specific target role. That is, a clear target lets you choose the right skills, the right projects, and the right job descriptions to study. Make your mind clear. This entire session is for data analytics, data analyst. So I'll talk only about data analytics and data analyst. So what I'm telling is, whoever wants to come to any particular field, can be data analytics, business analytics, software developer, anything, whatever. First thing is you should make your mind. What is my caliber? What is my capacity? This is what my goal is. This is what I have to become. Then you should start. For that, you have to do a lot of homework. For that, you have to do a lot of practice. Just because I joined the course, I told you in the beginning only the first session, just because you join a course doesn't mean that you'll get a job. You should work hard for that. You should start building the network. 4 common analytics roles. What is that? Data analyst, reporting analyst, BI analyst, MIS analyst. Advantage of data analyst is he can work on all this. What data analyst will do? Collects, cleans, and analyze data. Builds reports, dashboards, identifies trends, communicates insights. What tools he is using? Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Python, and AI. Understood? A BA as a data analyst can become any because he's working on all this. Next is reporting analyst. He works only on reports. He's least bothered about data cleaning and things like that. For him, everything is ready. He's only creating the report. Say focuses on recurring reports, KPI reporting, data visualization, management reporting, dashboard maintenance, and automation. Then tools what you'll be learning. You see that Excel, Power BI, SQL, and Power Queries. VBA is not actually more for it. Some of the small automations you can do that. BI analyst, the business intelligence focus, where he is working on business reporting, data models, dashboards, KPIs, insights, decision support, where he'll be working more on SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and Excel. MIS analyst, management information system, where Excel reporting, operational reports, data consolidation, daily or weekly or monthly reports, useful entry point for freshers. Here, previously, MIS reporting or MIS analyst used to work on Excel only. Now they're using Power BI also because reports will be more. Okay. But if you take this data analyst, you'll be working on reporting, BI, and MIS analyst. Okay. Suppose if you get a job on MIS analyst for a fresher, please join, no problem. Slowly you can improve your experience and you can jump to data analytics. So any of these roles, if you get, you can easily jump. But make sure that you are focused on becoming a data analyst, not just stay as a MIS analyst only. Okay. Correct. Next, the realistic growth path. how you should actually grow as a data analyst. Student, he can become a MIS reporting or junior data analyst as a fresher if you can. Then he'll become a data analyst, senior data analyst or BI analyst, and then analytic consultant or analytics manager. This is the path what we have. But when you come to this data analytics, okay, you're a data analyst, you still have a chances of moving to data science, data scientist as well. If you are a data analyst, you can also move to data engineer as well. The advantage of data analyst is you have various different paths. You can become a data scientist because you are a strong hold on data. You can become a data engineer because you already are working on data cleaning or data manipulation, data structuring. So everything you are working. So it is a big advantage for data analyst. You can jump to any field actually. Okay, right. Don't say you must become a data scientist. Instead, start with realistic role that matches your current skills. I just now told you that. Don't directly think, see, many of them, you know what they do? They'll say, I want to learn. I want to learn artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and I'll go directly become a data scientist. People, to become a data scientist, you should have thorough knowledge, experience. I'm not telling that companies will not give job for freshers in this data scientist roles. There are companies who give, but it should be extremely, good. You should be a very good programmer. Analytical skills should be there. Statistical skills should be there. You should have all the mathematical skills. If you have everything, then yes, fine. But if you just learn only Excel and go and say, I want to become data scientist, who will give you a job? Okay. There are extreme cases where people have got job, not telling that they're not getting job. But if majority, if you think that you want to go and reach data scientist role, make sure that you are very strong in the fundamentals. The foundation is very important. So that means the data analytics, whatever is there, try to make it more stronger. You can learn in 15 days, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year. That is fine. But make sure that you will become very strong. We'll say 1 month course, sir. Can we become data analyst 1 month only? Sir, this is 6 months course, sir. This is 3 months course, sir. That institute is taking 2 years course. That is left to you individual. How you want to learn, how you want to practice, master it. Some people are very fast learners. Within 15 days to 1 month only they'll learn. Some people are very slow, but they want to learn in depth. So they might take some time. So it depends on people to people. Some people have got job within 1 month only. Some people have got job after 1 year also. So we cannot say, but exactly like everyone will get the job in this because they're not missions. Right? Okay. Next. Data analyst, reporting analyst, BI and MI analyst. Just now we saw the difference, right? Let's see here with one table. So there are 4 roles. Main focus is on analysis, then analyze data and finding insights. So the tools what we use, Excel, SQL, Power BI here. We also use Python now. We're using Python as well. So some companies actually use Tableau as well. Reporting analyst. Reporting analyst, his main job is for reporting. Then prepare and automate reports, Excel, SQL, Power BI. So this is the main thing. Tableau also you can use. Okay. So here SQL is not much used for reporting analyst. His main job is just to create the reports. SQL you might use for connecting the data and then create the reports. BI analyst, business intelligence. So his main job is for dashboards, KPIs, and decision support, which will be a major output for the data analyst. So here, common thing what they use is the BI tools, Power BI and Tableau. SQL is actually used because they have to connect the data. Okay. MIS analyst, management report, say operational management reports, where they'll be using majorly Excel actually. Now, even they have to use all these tools. Now, people, if you go to a company, now most of the companies, there is no difference between these four roles. Now you can see only data analyst. Even business analyst also have been merged. Most of the roles they have been merged. Previously, they used to call data scientist. When they called data scientist, the salary was huge. The company what they did, they split the roles into data analyst and data engineers. So that if say data scientist, the name itself says you have to pay more. So they made it as data scientist. They made data scientists as data analyst and data engineers. They split the roles. So companies will be keep doing all this for saving money, but the roles, the responsibilities will be same. Okay. All right. Titles overlap between companies. That's what I was telling. See, the same responsibilities can carry different job titles at different companies. I told you, right? Just now I told. Say, a company may call someone as data analyst, while other company may call a similar role as the reporting analyst. Don't just judge a job only by its title. Read the job description. Okay, this job description reading, I'll tell you tomorrow how you should read the job description and apply for the job. That I'll tell you. Okay, you understood this slide, right? So roles, the designation, what they give, just forget. Responsibilities, you just check. The JD, you check. That is important because the designation, I was a data analyst. Okay, in one of the companies. I was given as programming analyst because the hierarchy was like that. I went and I asked, if you're giving programming analyst, suppose if I leave the company, if I say programming analyst, what will the other company think when I apply for a job? They'll think I'm actually doing some program. I'm analyzing some programs and things like that. Then I need data analytics. Right? Then I purposely asked her, change it to senior data analyst. So then only they changed my designation to senior data analyst. So you understood? So designation is just the hierarchy what we. The responsibilities is very important. Okay. Qualification versus skills versus experience. This is very important. Qualification. People, let me tell you. Now, people who have done their engineering, now they're working in a different roles. People who have done their arts, they're working as software developers also. I have examples. Most of my students who are actually Bachelor of Arts, they become data scientists as. Now, there is no relationship between the qualification and the job what we do. Previously, if he's a BE in computer science, then he's a programmer. Only he has to go and write the programs. If he's a BCom, then he has to work in bank. That was the mindset was there previously. Now, BCom graduates, they are into programming, they are into data scientists, data analytics, everything. So now there is no relationship between this qualification, but skills and experience matters. Okay, we'll think about it. Say, I have a BCom, BA, or any degree. Can I become a data analyst? Any degree. Okay. Your qualification matters, but qualification alone doesn't demonstrate that you can perform the work. Qualification matters actually. What? You should have a degree. Some people say, I have only PUC, can I do the data analytics? Role? Please start. You're having only PUC. Fine. Now, why will you waste again? Say, you're not going for any college or something. Now, what you do? If you don't want to go to college for full-time BCom, apply for the online studies or distance studies. Companies now they are not bothered about the full-time or whatever. They are bothered about your skills. You have a degree, fine. There are companies who actually think about the full-time also, but there are companies who actually compromises with distance education also. So what I'm telling is make sure that you have skills. That is what the company needs. This is like extra thing. You have a degree. So you know what happens, even if you don't have degree also, there are some people who have got the job. But as the hierarchy goes higher, then the degree matters. If you become manager, if you're going for some companies for, client visit and all, they might ask your qualification. Then what will you say? So companies actually think about this also. So if you are starting your career, if you don't have your degree, don't worry. Start developing your skills. Parallelly, do some distance education as well. This is my suggestion actually. Okay. So degree, I don't have degree. Start applying. Go for some universities who give distance education online. Now there are so many options actually. Try to get it. That's all. Okay. Right. Think in three layers: level one, level two, level three. Qualification. What have you studied? Any degree or master degree, whatever. Skills. What can you actually do? Excel, SQL, Power BI, data cleaning, dashboards, communication, AI, assisted analytics, Tableau, Python, whatever. All the tools I know. Experience. Where have you demonstrated those skills? Internship, work experience, academic, personal, portfolio, freelance projects. The companies will think about this level three main. This is where the companies actually think. This many companies are least bothered. Why? Because what will they do? You are a MBA gold medalist. What will that help the company? Will that help the company? No. That is your personal, achievement what you have done. What company needs is, can you work on a project? But still, people, the degree matters when you go to the higher level. That is very important. I'm telling you, that is very important. But to start with, you can start with, the skills, develop skills. If you are still in college, okay, let's say second year or third year, you can still start your data analytics skill development. Why I'm telling is, if you have the academic qualification with the skills, it is very easy to get a job once you finish your college directly. After finishing your college, then you think, okay, I'll go for 6 months training. Then 6 months will go there. Again, you start applying for job. Again, 2, 3 months will go. Then it will become like 1 year gap. That's why I always tell students, start. Parallelly, you start. Most of the colleges, if no, when I go, this is what I've suggested. Most of the colleges have started in the college itself. I cannot name the colleges. There are some colleges who are actually parallelly they are training the students so that their academic qualification as well as the skill development, everything will be together. Okay, right. What each layer actually proves. Say qualification says I've completed a degree. Okay, but what the skill says I can analyze data using SQL and Power BI. Project says here is the sale. Say these are all something where you can actually go and talk in the interview. You can tell this is the skills what I have. Don't say I know Excel, I know SQL. That is old style. Now, if you're a data analyst, you should speak like an analyst. I can analyze the data. I can easily tell about the KPIs, what we can calculate. I can give the insights. You show me the data, I'll tell what all insights we can give, what all reports we can create. So this is what you have to speak. If they ask what tools you use, then say Excel. I use Power BI. That we can do. Okay, right. What companies actually look for? It's not just about the tools, as I told you. Okay, students often think companies look only for Excel, SQL, Power BI. This is what everyone thinks. Okay, but companies are actually looking for someone who can use those skills to solve problems. Think of every candidate in 5 layers. Technical skills are just the entry point. People, let me tell you, when you go to a company, the company will hire you to solve any problems occur. The task has to be completed. Previously, they wanted someone who is very experienced in all the tools. But now, the companies actually will ask, This is the problem. Can you solve it? That's all. Two things. There is a problem. Can you solve? If you can solve, how you will solve? How much time you need? What all tools you use? This is what actually the companies are actually now thinking about. That kind of candidates they need. They don't want people with 10 years experience. I have 10 years experience in Excel, but don't know how to analyze the data. Then what is the use? When I go for interviews, I'll tell you, many of them, they say, sir, I am working, one of the candidates, okay, he was working in one very top tier companies. So he's got 8 years experience. I actually asked, what experience you have as an analyst? He told, I know Excel. But what do you know in Excel? I know VLOOKUP. Entire career is got one template, is just updating the template with VLOOKUP, some average, only these kind of formulas. 8 years he has spent with comfort zone only doing this work. Now, how can I hire him as a data analyst? He knows Excel, and that too with some specific formulas. Then what is the use of hiring him? Right? So you should not be like that. Don't just work only on some part. Don't be like a frog inside the well. Think out of the box. Study what the companies are actually looking for. Understand and start work on projects. Get more experience where the new technologies are coming. Based on that, you should start upgrading and updating yours. You still think about Excel. Excel is compulsorily required for what? Solving the problem. Understood? Okay. Right. Let's go and see the 5 layers what we have. Okay. What hiring managers evaluate? First thing, technical skills. Say, can you use these tools? Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, whatever. Next, analytical thinking. Can you understand what is happening in the business and why? They'll give the data. They'll say what's happening in this. Business understanding. Can you connect numbers to real business decisions? We did that, right? We studied all the numbers. Yeah. KPIs. Communication. Can you clearly explain your findings to others? Insights. Evidence. Can you demonstrate what you claim through projects and your portfolio? So these 5 layers, keep in mind. Okay, these 5 layers, this is what actually the hiring managers evaluate. Should be strong, not just in the tools, but also with the problem solving aspect. Okay. Right. Analytical thinking. How? Say sales are down by 15%. A tool user says sales are down by 15%. If you ask an analyst why, then which region, which product, which customer segment, which month, whether it is a new customers or existing customers, what is the price, volume, and returns. If you just think about the first session, we had 8% growth, correct? The first session, we understood that there is 8% growth. That was because of 18% growth in South region. Understood? That is called as insights. So you should be able to give some insights like that. If you want to do that, then you should ask questions like this. Sales are down by 15%. How? Is it overall 15% or only because of some region? From which region? Which product? Which customer segment? So you should start asking the questions. You should be able to explain the companies that where there is a problem, where there is a loss, where are we going wrong, how to correct this. These kind of things you have to manage. Okay. Right. Revenue decreased primarily because the South region experienced a decline in high value customer orders. Management should investigate customer retention and sales activity in that region. These are some of the suggestions what the analyst has to give. There was 15% loss, 15% low sales. Why? Because The South region experienced decline in high value customer orders. I have very good customers in South. They're asking for some products. The products are not there. You know what happens? Now, customers, they'll never wait. They'll come, they'll ask for one XYZ product. If you say it's not there, they'll not wait. They'll go to another competitor. Immediately they'll go. There is no time for anyone. Understood? So these things, how to study, how to actually correct that. So all this because of the data, they'll come to know. And what is the suggestion? Management should investigate customer retention. How to retain my customers and sales activity in that region. So what should we do? Immediately bring all the products which are on demand, which are high value customers are demanding. Okay, identify your current career gap. This is for the people who actually are, say, professionals who have got the gap, or students who have finished their college. I told you, right? They'll finish the college and then they'll think of doing the course. They'll finish the college and they'll start searching for the job. There are some professionals who actually work for some time and then they'll leave the job. So how to actually manage this? What is career gap? That we'll try to understand. This is a very important and very, you can say something very scary topic actually. Career gap, most of the people feel that career gap over. The companies will not give the job. Many of them have got the job after 8 years, after 4 years. People have got the job, but you should prove yourself. How to prove? Let me tell you. First, let's understand what is career gap. Okay. Career gap means the difference between where you are today and what your target job requires. It does not necessarily mean that you have an employment gap. I'll explain this. Here, we are talking specifically about the skill career readiness gap. Naming the gap is the first step towards closing. People, the gap, there are so many various different terms. Now, I have a career gap. Let's say I was in college, I finished my college, 6 months I didn't have job. That is 6 months gap. That is periodical gap. I was working for a company, then I had some health issues. I left the job. Then I'm trying to look for a job. That is also a periodical gap. For this, let's say I left the job in 2020. Now it is 2026. Now I'm coming for the job, looking for the job. In the 6 years, the technology has changed drastically, right? Now, if you go with your previous experience, will the company give a job? They've been implementing so many new things. New technologies have come. Now, the career gap is this as well. That is what the company requires, what skills you have. There is also a gap, right? There is a gap between your skills and what the company is requiring. Skill gap. Understood? So people, if at all you have a career gap, say, a gap, say I have not worked for some period, make sure that when you are trying to come back, learn the latest skills and then come back. Don't just start looking for a job just like that. No companies will accept now. Why? Because the technology is improved so much. Even if you have so much knowledge, so much experience, if you don't have skills, they'll always think that, okay, let me just wait, because there are so many new candidates are there who are way ahead, who have got advanced skills, who can do the same job for less salary as. So if you want to compete with them, I'm not telling to compromise with the salary. Improve your skills. Become a company standard. What the company is looking for, just try to make them. Okay. Right. Next. If you're targeting for some data analyst, say, what is the requirement? I always prefer learn Excel. It's very important, people. Then SQL, Power BI, these are all some skills what you have to learn actually. Okay. So current level, even if you have some basic knowledge, it's fine, but I prefer always the advanced knowledge. SQL, if you have some basic foundation level, okay. But Power BI again, now the current situation is you should be very strong in Power BI. Okay. Data cleaning and all these things, it will obviously come when you actually learn this. But if you have a gap, make sure that you have all the skills more advanced level with more projects. Okay. People first remove that from your head that if I have a career gap, I might not get job. There is nothing like that. Companies are not bothered about your, they're bothered about your skills. If you can work, are you able to work? But there are some companies who actually don't allow that long period of gap, thinking that you don't have that knowledge. But we can't help. If they are not selecting, we cannot do anything. You cannot say that no, you have to take because I have skills. It is their rule. It is their, say, the rules or whatever they have. But still, if you are not trying, then how will you know that they're not selecting or they're selecting? You have to try it, right? Make sure that you will improve your skills. Okay, right. Skills required for your target role. For us, what is the target role? For us, the target role is data analyst, right? Now, this in general, let me tell you, don't build a random learning list. Some people will start learning. Let me learn, Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python, everything they'll learn. Then after that, they'll think, oh, let me learn Java. Let me learn HTML. Let me learn Perl, C, C++. If you learn all this and if you put everything in my resume, the companies will become very happy that I know everything. When you give a resume like that, when you give your profile like that, that HR who is reading that profile will get confused whether he's actually looking for job as a data analyst or for a programming. So don't confuse the people who are actually reading your profile. Make sure that you're actually giving the skills which is meant for the company with the JD. See here, target job. I'm looking for data analytics. Read the job description. Then required skills, whether it is matching or not, what current skills I have. If there is any gap, fine, you mentioned that. Then you also can plan for upgrading yours. Read the JD properly. What you can also do is you can go to ChatGPT or Claude and tell that I want to get some job description of some XYZ companies or say some 10 companies, collate everything and see what all the companies are asking. Or go to Naukri, or go to Monster, or go to any job portal. You filter your job, whatever you're looking for. Let's say you're looking for data analytics, filter that. Check all the companies, what actually they're looking. Every company will have different requirements. Collect everything. Just put that to ChatGPT and say, what is the common thing in every common thing you learn. There are some skills only specific for the company they're using. That we cannot, go and learn for every companies. I cannot go and learn for, individually some, say what the companies are using the skills. Commonly what they're using, list out that and see what all I've already learned. Pick that. Which have not learned. See if you can actually learn that. You know what happens? It will become more easy for you to apply for next job. Okay, that is like we call it as market study. That means we're trying to study the market, what actually the companies are looking for current jobs. Okay, you can do that. Skill categories, technical skills, Excel, SQL, Power BI, Power Queries. I prefer Go for Python also, Tableau also. Analytical skills, KPI analysis, data cleaning, reporting, trend analysis. For this, we can take the AI tool help. Business, understanding requirements, stakeholder communications, presentations. This one, the data analyst need not bother. Why? Because this is taken care by business analyst. But if you think you also want to master this, there's nothing difficult actually. You can also do that. Data analyst can also do that. AI assisted analysis, prompting, all these things. This one is also important for us because now we have to use this AI because it is AI powered data analytics. Okay. All right. What should you learn next? I want to learn Excel, SQL, all these things. Then they become overwhelmed. Don't learn everything. Learn what moves you closer to your target job. Understood? AWS, machine learning, cloud. This is not, I'm not telling don't learn. I'm telling that for the student, I told you this is for the students, right? If you are a student or a fresher, learn Excel. First thing you learn Excel. Then learn Power BI, SQL. These three first you master. These three you should master it. People, I'll tell you. These three are the major requirement in the industry. After that, Python. Tableau is also fine. It's similar to Power BI. But AWS, machine learning, cloud, this is like next level where you think that you want to become a data engineer. Then you think about this. For data analyst, it is not compulsory you should learn all the cloud tools. It's not compulsory. Okay, don't just, I've seen many of the institutes, they are confusing like this. That's what I was telling. Then include all this, some students who come here for inquiries will say, sir, in that they have mentioned AWS, Azure, so many things are there. You people are not teaching that on. First of all, they don't know what to learn. Just because they're making a list of some 20, 30 skills, they'll feel that they are better. You learn 20 skills, you apply all that and you apply for a profile, they'll immediately reject because the company doesn't need that kind of candidates. They want specific tools to know what the company needs. So how to prepare the profile, that also I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. Prioritize by target role. Say target reporting analyst. Then we'll mention Excel, SQL, Power BI. Okay. Don't immediately spend months on advanced machine learning. Don't. You don't have to, become master. I'm not telling don't learn. I'm telling as of now what is required for getting the job. First, you master them. Data analyst, say all this. Along with that, AI tools also you can learn. Then add Python where relevant. Python is also important now for data analyst. Okay. Skills, projects, portfolio, resume, and then job. Go with this order. 5 steps for learning to job. What is that? Step 1, skills. People, don't apply for a job unless and until you feel, yes, I have the skills. Even if you apply, no problem. They might call you. Prepare the resume such a way that, yes, I have that skills. In that mindset, you prepare the skills and then apply, no problem. This particular thing, if you're getting any interviews, if you're not confident, don't go. Don't go. If you're confident, then only go. Master the skills, then work on some projects. Keep the list of projects and build your portfolio. Prepare your profile and then up. In this step 3, when I say portfolio, it can be your LinkedIn, it can be your GitHub, it can be your what is that? Power BI, the Tableau portfolios are there. So you just have to build some portfolio online, and then you can prepare your own website also, portfolio website, and then prepare your profile and then apply for the job. Just follow this. It's very simple to apply for a job. People, if you ask, sir, I've done all this, I'm still not getting a job. Company is not mine. I can only tell what you have to do for applying for a job, or when you get an interview, what all you can do. The company is not calling. I don't know what's happening in the company. I can only tell that there are the companies are actually now they have a different strategy. They have ATS, application tracking system, which is completely AI. So that how they actually feed the keywords and filter that we'll also not know. Okay. There are sometimes good candidates are getting rejected as well. Very frank. Many of the very experienced good candidates they're getting rejected. I'll tell you, if you want, just go and Google and search. There was one CEO of a company. Okay. It's a real fact I'm telling you. Why they actually fired many of the HRs in that company. The CEO himself changed his profile, added all the keywords. He applied for the job. His profile was rejected because of that ATS. He called all the HRs and he spoke and he actually fired everyone because his profile was actually rejected, even though he had given some keywords. So where it is going wrong, we don't know. Just go and search in the Google. It's there, that story. Okay. So you should be very careful. Don't get disappointed. Apply. It's not only you. There are so many are getting rejected, right? Even more than us, there are so many people who are experienced. They're also getting rejected. But if you think that 1 or 2 attempts you are getting rejected and no, I'll not apply, no. If you try, at least you have a chances, right? So do that. Okay. From learning a skill to a documented portfolio. Say first skills. Learn the fundamentals like SQL, Excel, Power BI, and something. Projects. Start working on a projects. I told you how to get the data. The first session I told you how to prepare the data, right? You can prepare your own projects now. You don't have to wait for anyone. Then build a portfolio that is documented and present the project, including business problem, data, approach, tools. Now you don't have to bother everything. AI only will give, right? So you don't have to bother about it. Okay. Right. You can mention in your profile, say, developed a sales analytics dashboard using SQL and Power BI to analyze regional performance, product trends, and profitability KPIs. People, you just keep only one page of your profile, only one page, simple and very easy to read. Give the link where the person can go click on your portfolio. Let him see your projects live. Previously, what we used to do, we used to mention one project and then mention the entire details about it. Who has got that time for reading? Because that time we didn't know that what portfolio, what all we have to create. Create a portfolio, launch your project. Let him go and check what all things are there. Let him click and see your project itself, right? Right? So do like that. A course teaches you skills. A project shows you how you can use them. A portfolio shows your work. A resume gets your work in front of the recruiter. Then an interview proves your understanding. Understood. So course skills. Project, it will show how you have used these skills. Portfolio, it will show all your work. Then resume will just, it's like a, say brief, what is the words about you actually. Okay, it's like, you go to visit someone, okay. You do a visiting card, right? Visiting card means it's about me. If you want to contact me, something like that, right? So your resume should be like that. Then in the interview, when they ask questions, you should prove yourself. I know all the skills, what I've learned and what all you need. I know that. So that you should prove. Career roadmaps for students, for freshers and job seekers. Okay. So this might help for professionals as well. I don't know. But this, I told you, is for student, fresher and job seekers. Okay. Career roadmaps for students, learn fundamentals. build some small projects, build 2 to 3 strong analytical projects, create portfolio, build a LinkedIn, create targeted profile. When I say targeted profile, you know how it is. Previously, what we used to do is we used to create one generic resume and we should keep. Now it's not like that. Depending on the JD, we have to create the profile. Then only our resume will get filtered. Otherwise, you know, that ATS system will actually throw out, it will reject. Apply for internship, entry level roles, prepare for interviews. Okay. A realistic 5 month time plan. Month one, learn the fundamentals, skills, and everything. Second month, SQL, Power BI. So you can squeeze it actually if you want. Then 2 to 3 projects, for portfolio. What my preference is, you can take 2 months for learning the skills, build projects for next 2 months, and then start applying for them. Build your portfolio. Why I'm telling is companies are more bothered about the projects. If you're able to work on the project, that means you have the skills. Right? So my preference, don't spend more time on building the skills like this. Take this 1 month and make it like projects. Okay. Right. Career roadmap for freshers, again, same thing. Freshers face a different challenge actually. Why? Because they don't have experience. They're just, learning the skills. They don't learn what we learn, the companies, what they work, they get the experience. The learning from real-time experience, learning from just, sitting in the class is totally different. Okay. So I have skills, but no professional experience. Focus, skills, projects, portfolio, interview preparation, internship, and then entry-level jobs. Freshers should be able to clearly explain what problem did you solve? Where did the data come from? How did you clean it? Why that KPI? Why Power BI? What did you discover? What would you recommend? Same thing like we discussed all this. So you should be able to explain. You should be able to understand the problem, solve the problem, explain the problem. That's all. Simple. Right. This again for job seekers, target job, JD analysis. If you have any career gap, then you can actually give, otherwise you can leave it. Focused skill development, project and portfolio, resume customization, applications, interview preparation, then feedback. If you attend any interviews and if you feel that I'm not able to meet that standard, then see what we can improve yours. Okay. Right. Create your personal career action plan. It is you who have to think about it. What is that? Say my career target and my career gap. This is for people who have the gap. This is for the career target, what people are actually targeting. My target role, what is that? Say, I want to become a data analyst. That is my target role. That is my job. Why am I targeting this role? My current qualification, my current skills. If my current skills are allowing me for reaching my target role, fine. I'll try to start building projects, try to improve more on that skills. If the target role is not matching with my skills, so what should I do? I should start improving my skills. Correct? For the people with career gap, what does my target job require? What am I currently missing? Main thing is, people, I'll tell you, read the JD and then think about the skills what I have is actually matching with that JD. I told you today, you just go home and do some homework. Take some 10 various different companies JD. Take it. You go to Naukri, Monster. There are hundreds of job portals now. Take the JD. Or directly go to the company itself. Company portals, there are so many. Or you can go to LinkedIn also. There are some genuine jobs. Take the JDs. for the target role what you're actually doing. Okay. Copy that everything and put that into ChatGPT and say what is the common skills all the companies are looking, because each JD will be different, but there will be something common, right? There will be something common among all the JDs. Just take that. Why I'm telling is, see, if you filter, one company will say, let's say, for example, one company has got its own software. They have built their own customized software. How will you actually go and learn that? Because it's actually for that company. That product is not there in another company. There are some products. Let's say, for example, Dundas. How many of you know Dundas? Have you heard about it? Most of you would have not heard about it. If you ask me, I've only heard, I've not seen how it is also. But there are some companies who actually use that. It is something like, SQL and Power BI, what we actually have, Dundas. It is like Power BI, business intelligence tool. Understood? So there are some softwares like this which we might not work, but common tools, Excel, Power BI, Python. Go and check that. And after that, there will be some tasks, roles. That also you make a list of it. Let's see how we can improve it. That's all simple. Okay, do that today. Project plan. So, you can work on some projects. These are all some tasks what you can do. Job readiness plan and next 30 days. So people, I have one document actually. So here, I'll be sharing these documents with you people tomorrow. Okay. So 30 days career plan. Okay. So if you go here, I'll be giving this 30 days career plan. So all these templates I'm giving. So I've made very nice templates. But people, I took the help of ChatGPT. Okay. So I'm not someone who actually fakes saying that I took so much of time for you people. You go and check some webinars. They'll say, because of you people, I spent whole night. I didn't sleep. I made so many documents to you. Nothing. I actually took help of ChatGPT. But yes, this is for you people only I've done. But I didn't take too much efforts. I told ChatGPT that I'm doing some boot camp like this, and please help me in some documents like this where it will be helpful for my students. You see, this is a 30-day career plan. So it gave me very nice content actually. This formatting I did by using a Cloud. Okay, see, very nice plan it has given. I checked this actually. It's a very nice career plan actually. Okay, so it is given some tasks also. Very nice document it prepared actually. See, you can add, say, if you think you want to add something, you can also add here. Say what you should do day one, then day two. Okay. For all the 30 days it has given. Very nice document it prepared actually. So it is like you can plan. Yeah. Then for resume preparation, suppose if you want to check my resume, okay, the dashboard I told you, right? Dashboard requirement, that one. Then I have some portfolio project planner, LinkedIn optimization prompts. So almost some 11 documents are there, which I'll be giving it to you. We can use it for your career and skill development. Okay, but yes, people, it took some time for me to prepare all the 11 documents. Saturday and Sunday I was working on this only. This was not my plan. My plan was to just teach you people or say give some overview. Then I thought, let me just add some value added something. So I just thought, let me just give you these documents. So I'll be sharing these documents with you tomorrow. Okay. Right. Real world scenarios. I'm just taking an example. This is XYZ student. These are all not original names. I'm just telling how it happens if one person is a student, one person is experienced. Okay. Let's say we have Rahul, where he's a BCom graduate, no work experience. He knows only Excel. Then he has watched some Power BI tutorials, has no projects, has no LinkedIn portfolio, wants a data analytics job. There are so many gaps here, right? Yeah. Is Rahul job ready? Not yet. Why? but that doesn't mean he cannot become a job ready. He's not job ready because can you see that? No projects, no LinkedIn portfolio. What is his biggest problem? Not his degree. He is already having a degree. It's lack of demonstrated practical skills and evidence. Can you see that? What should Rahul do? He should first learn the skills, whatever skills, work on projects, build a portfolio, then resume, LinkedIn, interview preparation, and targeted. Simple formula, that's all. Sir, I did everything, still I'm not getting jobs. That I can't help. I am only preparing you people for getting into the war field. If no one is coming for the war, that I can't help. I cannot sit with you and fight, right? But if you're not preparing for the war, suddenly someone comes, then when will you fight? Suddenly you get an interview, then what will you do? Tomorrow there is someone sends mail that there is an interview, then what will you do? You'll sit today and start preparing. Don't do that. See, one simple thing I'll tell you. Okay. One day, one inquiry, one person came up there. He was telling, sir, I will do, I will do, I will do all the course, complete course. Can you give me job guarantee that you will get me a job? I told one thing. See, I'm not forcing, we never force here, okay? In ITAS, we never force anyone. I told you one thing. If you want to join, you join with your confidence. I will not promise you that I'll get you a job, but I'll make you prepare for getting a job. If you're getting an interview, if you are attending the interview, if you're getting a job, it's well and good. If you're not getting a job, even after interviews, you're not attended, come back and tell me what is lagging with us, we'll teach you. Okay. Then he's telling, sir, I will do everything. I'm very good. I have got so much of knowledge. I am very intelligent. Still, if I not get the job, what will I do? I told them, don't do the course only. And directly go and attend the interview. If you're not improving your skills, if you're not learning anything, then it is confirmed that you'll not get a job. Correct? But if you learn something, if you build projects, everything is ready. There are chances that you're getting a job. Yes. You don't know what happens tomorrow. Job is not in my hand. Jobs are not in my company. I can only teach you people. I can only make you job ready. That's why I'll always tell, many people will come and say, see, if you don't have that guarantee, don't join. But I can only guarantee you that I can give you the skills. You learn how much ever you want. If there is something lagging, if you think that there is something missing, ask us. We'll see if that is there in the syllabus. We'll try to include that. Many of them, okay. So there was one digital marketing person, okay. So he came last week for some digital marketing of our institute. He told one thing. There are many XYZ institutes. They're telling that they'll give job guarantee, 100% job guarantee. But what they do is, in the bottom, they'll give one clause. What is that? They'll say, you have to attend this much of classes. You have to solve this project. You have to get this much of marks. Then only we'll guarantee. That is one small clause then. It is like highly impossible for any students to complete. Then they'll not get the job, they'll keep quiet. I told her, I don't want to do these kind of nataks. I don't want to give all false promise to my students, whether they are joining or not. I'm least bothered. I only promise them for the skills. I'll promise them that, yes, I will be with you until you get the job. That's all I'll promise. I'll not promise them I'll get you a job. Who should be prepared? Who should actually handle that? It is you, the student, who have to learn the skills, prepare for interviews, prepare for the jobs. Yes, that's what I'm actually telling you here. See this example. So many gaps are there here, right? He has to fill it. Now let's see one more. This is about Priya. 3 years in customer support, good communication, basic Excel, wants to move into analytics. No SQL, no Power BI, no analytics projects. She has got 3 years of experience. Now, does Priya have zero relevant experience? No. She already has business communication, customer understanding, problem solving, and workplace experience. She has got 3 years experience. Okay. What is a real gap? A technical and evidence gap, not a lack of professional value. There is a technical and experience gap, evidence gap. Forget experience, evidence gap. Her roadmap: existing professional experience, analytical skills, projects, then career transition. Getting my point? These are all general things. Everyone will know actually. I told you 8 years of experience. I interviewed, I cannot tell the company name. It's a top company actually. 8 years experience, you know, only simple formulas because he's just copying and pasting the data, he's getting the output, creating some reports which is automated and he's sending. From 8 years, he's doing the same thing because he's in the comfort zone. Now, if he wants to move, who will give the job? Correct. So you should be very careful about these things. See, we saw two scenarios, right? One is fresher, one is experienced. So both have got their own different kind of gaps. So that you should actually think. Okay. Find the gap, biggest mistakes, and the 80-20 rule. Simple JD, junior data analyst. The candidates will analyze business data, prepares reports, develop dashboards, and support business decision making. Candidates should have knowledge of Excel, SQL, and Power BI. Strong analytical and communication skills are preferred. This is the JD. Now, what is the required skills? Excel, SQL, Power BI. What is the responsibility? Analysis, reporting, and dashboard. Soft skills, analytical thinking, communication. Now we should ask ourselves, which of these can you already demonstrate? This becomes each student's career gap map. That means here, suppose I'm very good in Excel, SQL, Power BI, but I'm not good in this analytical thinking. Then there is a gap. You have to improve it. That's why I told you, do the homework. See what all is required for the companies. Where all I'm lagging, where all I should improve. Simple. Yeah. That's why JD is very important. Okay. Make your career gap map. Career gap doesn't mean always the periodical gap. Understand? It is about the skills what I have, what skills required by the companies. That's also career gap. I can demonstrate it. I know the basics. I need to learn. This is your map. Like what we say, roadmap for learning the skills. This is career gap map. Okay. You already have solid, provable experience with this skill or requirement. I can demonstrate. I know the basics. You have some exposure, but need more depth and hands-on practice. I need to learn. This is a genuine gap actually. That means add it to your focused learning plan. Make sure that you will actually learn. Okay. 6 mistakes to avoid. What? Learning without a target. Directly come and join. My friend is getting a 40 lakhs package as a data scientist. I'll also become data scientist, but I learn only Excel enough. Sir, you are charging 65,000 for 6 months course. No, I don't want that. I'll pay only 5,000 rupees. I'll join Excel. I'll become data analyst. How can I become data analyst? Only by Excel. Learn what you are targeting. Collecting certificates. You go to LinkedIn. I've seen some people, they'll say, all these are free. Free certificates from this company, this company, this company. Take it. They'll go, they'll start, they'll think, okay, I'll get one certificate from this company. They'll type one 30 minutes, one test will be there. After that, you'll get one certificate. They'll add them certificate. Attend one half an hour, 1 hour webinar. They'll give one webinar certificate and they'll post it. What is the use of that? Certificate means what? You are certified that you have the skills. Correct? Certificate of achievement, you achieved something. And what is that they would have given? Certificate of participation. You just participate, you'll get a certificate. Tomorrow, I am also giving a certificate. I'm not giving any certificate, I'm not certifying you that you are skilled. I'll give certificate of participation only, I'll be giving. What is the use you are applying, in that LinkedIn? You're getting my point? What is the meaning of certificates? Many of them are getting fooled like this. Don't collect 100 certificates, post everything in LinkedIn. What is the use? Take some certificates, PL300, MO201, Microsoft certifications. Now we have this cloud certifications. Anybody wants to do this cloud certifications, PL300, you come to me, I'll help you. Those kind of certificates you apply. That is verified certifications. You complete your course, post those kind of certifications. Cloud certifications, put that. Google AI certifications, add that. Those are all very important. Unnecessarily, simply someone will give the certificates, keep on adding. I have 100 certificates. Interviewer laugh, that's all. Okay. Tools without business understanding. Say, I know Power BI, I don't know what KPI to show. The problem is here. One day, here I was conducting some interview. Okay. He has done his course in some other institute, some XYZ institute. I called him. I told him, say, I want to prepare one project. What all things you do, just list out. He told, I know Excel, Power BI, Python. Okay, tell me how you clean the data. What? Just make a step of cleaning the data. You don't know what to. I asked you prepare a project. What all things are there? Just make a layout. You don't know. Sir, you ask me anything in Power BI, I'll tell. That institute, what they have done? They have given one notebook. In that notebook, he has written all the notes. Like in college, they'll give notes, right? What is Power BI? What is Power Query? What is Power Pivots? So they've given the notes. He's made a notes like as if he's going to a college. He's showing, sir, this is what they. I was surprised. In our institute, we don't make to write any notes. That is left to you. You want to make a notes, you can write them. Even I was not preparing the PPTs also. Now, because of this cloud only, I'm actually preparing this PPT. Otherwise, directly start Excel. Even in my Excel class or Power BI class, no PPT and all. This is because for you to show some content, I'm just showing. Otherwise, in our Excel class, directly Excel class. Yes, Vishwajit, correct? He's already attending the classes. When you come to our Excel class, Power BI class, SQL class, it is directly practical classes. No PPT and all those things. I don't like that because you should have that experience, what actually we are working. No, we'll teach you because now because people are online and offline, we cannot make you work in the class itself. Previously, we used to do that because only offline class was there, we could monitor. But now the problem is people are offline. I cannot monitor them. One day what happened, in the COVID time, one fellow was there, or two people were there from Punjab. They were attending BBA class. I gave one small task. It took some 5 minutes. Okay. After that, I explained something. Suddenly, he unmuted and he's speaking. Sir, sorry, sir, I slept. I don't know. Can you explain that again? I was telling, you're in the class and you're sleeping and you're telling in the class itself that you're sleeping. Then I thought, if I give some time, people online, I cannot monitor. So what we thought was, we just give you the entire class. Then we decided, give the recording also, so that they can practice. So every class, why we give the recordings? So that if you miss anything, you can go home and still you can practice. We also told, if anybody wants to practice here, you can sit and practice. Some people cannot sit here, they'll go home and they'll practice. That is left thing. But if you sit practice here, yes, we are there to help you. Right? So Applying everywhere. Simply don't apply for everywhere, whatever you feel. Read the JD, whichever is for you relevant, then only apply. Waiting to feel 100% ready. This is something very tricky actually. See, waiting to feel 100% ready. I will apply after I learn. Don't do this, please. I told you, when you start your classes after 15 days or 1 month, when you feel that, yes, I know about data analytics, I know something, start preparing your resume and apply. What did I tell you? If you apply as if you've finished your course, apply as if you know everything. You'll get a call. You are confident, go for the interview. If you're not confident, don't go for the interview. I told you, right? One of the slides. Don't go for interview. No one will actually force you, or no one will actually blame you. Tell I'm not there in the town. Tell I'm busy. That's all. If you're confident, go. If it is like some small companies, go attend interview and come back. What is that? If you're selected, okay. If you're not selected, it's an experience, right? If you're selected, then you are the one who have to decide whether to go or not. Then you take the decision. Should I go? Should I not go? If you're not doing anything, then what is it? And you think I'll complete the course and then apply. Again, it's like 6 months, and again 2 months, it will go on. Okay. Creating fake projects. Never do this. Many people actually do. They'll go to internet, download the project. This is my project. Don't do that. Do some simple project. Enough. Explain that itself. Explain simple projects. But don't give all fake projects. Even if you are actually taking some project from others, try to develop that again. Read what all things are there, right from the data to KPIs to insights, anything. Okay, do that. So these mistakes don't do. Okay, it's not just about learning the tool. So 20% learning the tools, 80% solving the problems. What all things? Business problem, KPI, data, analysis, dashboard, insights. You actually have to think about, I have a problem, I have solved it, how we solved it, what all steps you have taken to solve it. This I'll demonstrate tomorrow when we work on a project. Okay. Ask better questions. Instead of asking which software should I learn, how many certificates should I get, how do I make my profile impressive, why am I not getting interviews? Ask yourself which problems can I solve? What can I demonstrate? What evidence can I put on my resume? Does my profile match the jobs I'm applying for? Okay. Right. Don't ask what should I learn? What does my target job require? And what am I missing? Okay. For students to job ready data professionals, say pick one realistic target role, not a vague goal. Make your career gap against the actual job description. Communicate insights with business language, not just numbers. Skills and evidence matter more than qualification alone. Then follow skills, projects, portfolio, resume, and then apply for the job. Build a personal 30-day action plan and start now. This template, I'll be sharing it with you. Keep the 30-day plan and start using it. Okay. Right. So people, if you are applying for a job, okay, and if you think you're still learning something, everything should be parallel. And suppose you think that I'm not getting job, wait. Okay, I know it is very difficult to wait. Some people have their own commitments. Okay. There are various different ways. Start building your network. Whenever you are working on some project, posting that in LinkedIn, tag me as. I will try to comment. I will try to repost so that more other people will actually come to know about you. We also do that. Whenever you are, getting some certifications or something, I actually repost it actually, at least to congratulate you people. so that others will know about. I'm not telling that because of that only you'll get the job. That is one, try what I'm actually doing from my. Okay. Right. So people, let's see. Tomorrow also we have this job related things. Tomorrow we'll see how we can build a resume, portfolio, LinkedIn. For all these prompts I have, I'll be sharing it with you. We'll practically see how we can actually work on that. Okay. Morning session will work on some projects. Okay. Right. So people online, how was the session? How did you feel? How was it useful? Just take 1 minute message, and then tomorrow I'll catch you guys with more advanced topics. Okay. Yeah. Got some information, some idea now, some confidence. That is very important. Confidence is very important. Interest and confidence. Two things if you have can aid in. Aishwarya GS, this is what I was looking for. Okay. And people, this PPT I'll be sending you okay tomorrow. All the documents, I'll put it in one zip folder and I'll send. Okay. Right, people. So thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Link will be same. Okay. If you people also, if you think you want to attend online, you can attend online if you want. The link is there. If you want to come, you can come. No problem. Okay. Anybody here wants to come offline also, they can come. Okay. It's left to you. Online, offline, anything is fine with us. Okay. Right, people. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.